easiest way to know what the fuck is going on. What is the plan? What is the plan for normies? What is the plan for NPCs? What is the plan for peasants? What is the elite's plan? Follow up the algorithms that they geniusly made. Just check out what are the algorithms pushing for the masses on YouTube, on news, on Netflix, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. What are they suppressing? What are they straight up canceling? And what they really want the masses to know. And you know that when you do the opposite, even if you can't find the cancel stuff, even if you can't find the base science, because we're one of the most shadow banned, they do this shadow banning for everybody who speaks about their little programs that they've been running for decades or centuries. Like everybody who figures this shit out gets shadow banned to the dead or cancelled in these popular social media platforms. That's just how it goes. Because you're basically exposing the people who run these social media platforms, who came up with these mind control mechanisms that these social media platforms are. They're one of the best mind control mechanisms out there, because they hit you with that double whammy. They hit you with that non-native EMFs, because you have to have these technologies. Then they hit you with that blue light, which destroys your dopamine and melatonin, so you are way more easily controllable. You're way more obedient, little docile peasant that you are. And then they hit you with all these crazy ass AI algorithms. There's some mosquitoes, sorry guys. They hit you with these crazy algorithms out of the yin yang. And they hit you with all these mind-numbing, absolutely retarded influencers that are just working for the elites. They get a little bit dollar bill. Like, these influencers are absolute smooth brainers. I've known a few in the Finnish community, and I see the popular American or British influencers. It's the same in every country. They make videos about absolute nonsense, and in the nonsense videos they drop all these like psychological hip and cool things that creep into the minds of a impressionable, like impressionable young people, children and teenagers who cannot obviously think for themselves yet. They follow these influencers, they make these retarded videos and they push these hip and cool things. They're usually something about fast food. Food is a big one. Like, just see what the algorithm pushes when it comes to food. It pushes plant-based shit, it pushes fast food, these food reviews, these food taste tests with tasting 7 different kind of freaking potato chips, or we're gonna taste test all the popular. We're gonna see, is Pepsi better than Coca-Cola? Is Fanta better than Jaffa? Jaffa is a Finnish lemonade. But that's basically the thing. Then they got these shopping sheet. That's basically all it is. Shopping sheet, especially for the girls, but even for the guys. These guys are like girls. Honestly, these influencer guys, they probably go to the Diddy parties in their countries because they're absolute bitches, bro. Little beta cocks, smooth brainers, pushing this shit for the kids. But they push this shopping shit, materialism out of the yin yang. What else they push? Absolute nonsense videos, video games. Video games are massive. They're probably the biggest category. YouTube pushes because that's a better life than out here, boy. Out in the video games. I used to be there when I was a teenager. Big mistake. Big mistake, huh? So they push video games. They make all the retarded smooth brainer activities the hip and cool thing to do. Then when you get to the teenage levels, then it comes to the creatine. If you can't run that TCA cycle, you're running that Warburg metabolism. Yeah, creatine's gonna make you think a little bit better. But if you out here, freaking grounded with your bare ass, and you get sunlight on the sack, when they don't chemtrail the fuck out of the sky, you don't give a shit about creatine, bro. Bitch, I eat raw meat. I already get my creatine. But then comes the supplements, protein powders, it's all about macros. Then comes the gym culture, that's huge, bro. You see what these influencers doing? Boxing, influencer boxing matches, gym. We gotta get shredded. We gotta load up with that creatine. Then it comes the testosterone, steroids, and endogenous hormones. That's terrible. Like how many young guys, like actual kids, like 15, 14, 16-year-olds are on endogenous hormones. Like they have no idea how hard they are fucking up their life. But this is what the system, the algorithms, have made us do. Because these kids are like so fucked up. They are already before they jump on the hormones. They kinda, if they have some conscious humanity left in them, because their childhood's already full of technology, these kids, so they have already been messed up. But if they have some consciousness left, they realize that is this all life is about? In this our high standard of living, high productivity, modern civilization? Is this all it is? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that. So no, what's the word? Man. I'm ranting too hard, I forget English words. Like, they full on nihilism, they don't give a fuck. So, what's the point? What's the point anymore? I can take testosterone and ruin my health rest of my life. I can take a couple jabs. I can go eat fast food and get freaking ballsack cancer like Furious Pete. Who remembers Furious Pete? He used to be one of the first real big eating challenge guys. Eating challenges are also massive. Eating those massive dishes of fast food, just ruining everybody's health. They are massive. They get millions of views. Now, one aspect that also gets pushed by algorithm is off-grid living. So maybe that's the answer. Like, what's the angle there? Is there some little rabbit hole you can fall into with the off-grid living? Or is that just what the, like, everybody who's not completely smooth-brained yet kind of wants to watch, and the algorithm cannot do shit about it because nature is so mesmerizing, nature is so captivating for us still. So maybe that's just real connection, the off-grid or outdoor boys, natural. But even outdoor boys, they promote it. bunch of like fast food eating and all that. So obviously algorithm likes that, and obviously the normies and NPCs and smooth brainers, they like that. They wanna still eat a little bit of fast food. They still wanna go to the drive-thru, get a little bit of Big Macs and KFCs and Taco Bells. Just the other day when I was in the city, they opened this new Taco Bell and there was line outside. You never see lines outside in the city I live in. And I was like, what the hell is going on there? And I was like, first I saw some sushi in the same kind of building, and I was like, are these people lining up for some sushi, some raw salmon? Oh, it's starting to look up. And then I saw it was the Taco Bell, and I was like, yeah, we done, son. This city is done, son. But yeah, algorithm, then it's the gyms, bro. For the girls, it's all about makeup. The makeup is so bad. It blocks the sunlight. You cannot absorb sunlight. One of the reasons why many women actually have very bad skin, like terrible skins, because they don't get the sunlight and they use the makeup. Double trouble. But enjoy that, you smooth brainers. But that's what the women's little girls videos are all about. And then there's the spirituality sheet. It's all about manifesting. Why don't you learn some manifesting lessons from John D. Rockefeller, or David Rockefeller? He was John D. Rockefeller's grandson. He was running shit in the like the 70s, 80s, 90s. He lived to 102 years old. John D. lived to like 96 or 98. But David Rockefeller, he lived to 102 years old. He did all kinds of evil shit with Henry Kissinger, Nelson Rockefeller. He died a little bit earlier. But look at those guys. David Rockefeller, Nelson Rockefeller, John D's grandsons. They were running shit a couple decades ago. And they manifested a lot. Just like their father and their grandfather. Their grandfather, the original John D, he really manifested everything, bro. He manifested this shit with the Rothschilds like a motherfucker. So why don't you go take some manifesting lessons from them? Because they seem to know how it works up in this bitch. They created these algorithms, actually the DARPA, which is General Groves organization. They really came up with this, and the technocrats, they really came up with these algorithms, so it's not really the Rockefellers and Rothschilds. The Rockefellers and Rothschilds, they don't really like the algorithms, but I understand. Obviously they use it for their benefits as well, but the bankers are kind of against the technocrats right now, fighting for the ultimate level of power. And the bankers been running this shit for centuries, but right now the technocrats are they got a little bit grip on the bankers' ballsack, and the bankers are kind of sweating right now, like our money, it's pretty much failing. These technocrats, they got some Bitcoin and they got freaking surveillance out of Yin Yang. Like Palantir just got approved by Donald J. Trump, and technocrats are kinda taking control. Elon got satellites beaming down our asses. But yeah, I'm ranting again. Nature does that to you. It opens up your ass, and I just hope somebody connects to somebody. And slowly but surely it starts to connect with other, like more and more people. We start to get more and more these kids that are now watching these absolute retarded smooth brainer influencers. We start to get some of these kids out of the schools, outside. They start to realize this technology is killing us. We cannot reproduce anymore. We wanna be girls when we are guys, and when we are girls, we wanna be guys, we wanna do gay, we wanna go do Pride, Parade, Month, and all kind of that shit. So just watch the algorithms. The algorithms tell you what the plan is, what they want to make popular, and they do it artificially, of course. Like some of these views that some of these videos get, and when you see the comments are absolute trash. The views are artificially made. Like there's not much real connection there. But they just blow up the views so much, so they start to get some impressionable kids who want some clout in this world. They get their minds into that shit. And that's the cycle of 2025 and onwards, and what's been the cycle for a few years now. Check the algorithms and push against them. Never watch any of those shit, or if you do, make a good comment like this is some smooth brain retarded shit. Always support the creators that know what the fuck they're doing, are not smooth brainers. Support the real message, which is nature. And even if they don't see eye to eye with everything, like if you support the real shit, you support the world that's against the bankers and against the technocrats and everything they are pushing. I'm behind you, boy. And then we can start talking about what's healthy and what's not. But I can tell you what's healthy. It's sitting outside all day. It's getting sunlight all day. The more you do it, the better you will feel. And then you want to get some local food, the best quality food your local environment provides. And then you want to have some real old school pair bonding relationships with your friends and family and loved ones. Oh, there's a Google. Let's end with this. There's a Tukkakoskelo. This cool little duck. We're gonna end with the duck. There's multiple different kinds of cool ducks in this lake. This one got a little bit of that hair going. It's in. Let's go, bro. Can you see it? It's talking. He knows what's up. He knows technology is absolute freaking bullshit. He knows bankers are just trying to take advantage of you and bleed you out of your wealth and actually make it impossible to even gather some real wealth. And he knows the fucking being up in this lake, just chilling, enjoying life is the best, eating some fish and letting that hair grow like a true wild human being. Man, it feels good to let that hair grow. That duck knows better than you. That duck knows way better than you. Because those dogs, they don't got those algorithms fucking their mind up, boy. So be careful with the algorithms and let's start pushing the real shit on the algorithms. Fight for the real shit. This is the real shit. Right over here. Am I right, duck?